Congratulations, you made it to the end of the 100th season. Did we just end?
Oh my gosh. 7? Was it 7? I think.
Gosh, we just finished the in-between days. Yeah, yeah, it is the in-between days.
Oh, all right, then that would be season 8, I believe.
Okay.
Although don't hold me to that because I'm terrible with the numbering on our seasons. I'm
driving Roman's Mustang, his SN-95. We're going to Pottsville for a party at the Yingling Mansion, and I apologize, you're seeing this after the fact. This is the week of Christmas when you're watching this, so you just made it through all the in-between days, and coming up on Christmas Day is going to be the very beginning of the Pacific Fister with a very special car for the Christmas episode. So I apologize, you're not seeing any snow, and because it hasn't snowed yet in Pennsylvania, and it's that weird, I know I'm driving your car fast, probably, yeah, but it's that weird time in December when it should be cold, but it's not, and you're kind of wondering, I'm gonna go for third. Oh no, that goes right down to second. I mean, this uses an AODE. Oh, right, because this is an AODE, it has the overdrive lockout, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, yeah, the weird thing about RCR filming schedules is you're not going to get videos with snow in it until like the summer.
That is, if we film at all in the summer.
Yeah, because we got a wicked day.
I know.
Full of stuff.
And I don't want to film in the winter.
No.
That kind of sucked, but...
Yeah, who the hell does? The New Yorker shoot was a pain inside my ass. I mean... And granted, I didn't even have to do anything except talk to the owner and ride it.
Well, we got stuck. The Echo, when we were driving that got stuck in the snow, and we had to dig it out. I apologize that we're driving into the sun, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, nothing whatsoever can be done about it.
So the Pacific Fister is going to be a short season. It's only going to be 6 weeks, 6 or maybe 7.
Yeah, I think it's 7, because I believe we did 8 cars, but one of them is outside of the season. It's one of the cars that we did on the Fister is going to be the Christmas special.
Right.
So that leaves us with about a 7-car season, and maybe like a point of view drive here and there.
Right. So that was it. Stuck behind the school bus because it's time for school done.
And I forget how many cars are in the in-between days, but it's more than in the Fister.
Right.
Yeah.
After the Pacific Fister will be a season called a Return to Form, which is just going to be cheap cars, a back to our roots, of which Roman's SN-95 Mustang is going to be a part. That we were just filming that today.
Yeah, it's been too long to get to something like a Mustang. I mean, granted, I think he did a point of view on one, maybe.
Maybe.
But this is more along the lines of something that it's just ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
Right.
It's like a pox upon the,
Because Mustangs are cheap, and I'll just say that Roman bought this car for under $5,000.
Yeah.
See, a Mustang for under $5,000.
Under $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a V6. Yeah, it's an automatic, but you're still driving a kind of cool car. Now, of course, you get to argue because the SN-95s are kind of bottoming out. Now everybody suddenly stock Fox bodies, the one previous, the generation previous to this, is suddenly becoming cool again. So, how far do the SN-95s have to drop before these things start becoming cool? And what are the things we're going to decide that's cool about them? The gigantic double bubble dash, I mean, they are deep seats. The transmission lever that's way up here on the dash, or shoved way forward. The HVAC controls that look like the exact same thing that would be on the Ford Econoline van are here, the same thing. Probably this is all the same. Probably the Windstar minivan used the same steering wheel, but it probably just said Windstar instead of putting the horse on it.
I was being tailed by a Windstar minivan on the way here, and that kind of clued me into, oh, I guess I'm driving like a grandma now. So Sorry, I'm distracted by the coffee rings on the... It's because I put a suction thing on there when I'm using my phone as GPS because I have no natural sense of direction.
Mm-hmm.
The way that, you know...
Not that you could put it anywhere else, because there isn't much dash in a Mustang.
No.
You put anything here, it just falls forward.
Yeah, there's no suction whatsoever.
Right.
So...
I wonder if these was the... Well, it was the anniversary edition, because you have these... They're called mock speakers or whatever. These...
Yeah, these little things...
tweeters here, and it's the same thing in the back deck that says like mock premium sound or something. And I know we talked about it. Well, I'm going to talk about it, or oh wait, no, you're going to do the complete narration because this is your car.
Yeah.
So like the Ford Thunderbird, here we go, hill climb.
Oh.
Foot's all the way to the floor. Oh, there it is. The like the Ford Thunderbird that Saab Kyle had, Nick did the entire narration for that.
Yeah.
He'll do the entire narration for this. But then, like, since this is the anniversary edition, everything that you can get, you can have. Because it has all the power mirrors. There's the seat, the passenger seat isn't powered, though. Is it?
No, it is not.
No.
It's just a crank handle thing. You can't really...
But what they did is, oh wait, you have lumbar here. Your seat tilts in every single direction. How many switches are down in here? And you can't see them.
You can't see any of them. And what drives me nuts is, okay, I'm sitting there like a jackass for like 5 minutes trying to figure out, all right, well, which one makes it go forward? Which one makes it lean back? It's almost like at first it felt
okay,
like...
left and right make it go forward and back.
Yeah.
And you can't see it. You're just down here in your crotch, moving. Oh, how autoerotic is that?
Yeah, people are you're gonna think you're like flicking the bean down there. It's like...
And up and down moves the bottom part of the seat up and down, and then in your pinky you have another button, a rocker switch. Oh no, there are two switches that move the rear end of the seat. Yeah. But then to recline, is the recline a lever? The recline is a lever, so it's not completely... This is weird.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really had to use the recliner, but it's one of those things where I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out, because it almost felt like, you know, the seat and, you know, it's just was a mess. It was moving in different parts like a... Yeah.
So here's the one time we're going to have to do where we're going to get a 0 to 60. Because we got to merge on the 61 here.
Oh, we've never gotten a 0 to 60 before?
Do you have a stopwatch on your phone?
I should.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Bringing it up. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, the in-between days is season 8.
Okay.
So, right, gotta bring this up. Stopwatch. Alright.
Alright. Now, it's going to be flawed a little bit because we're going to be making a turn. It's not going to be a dead stop. But I'm not going to do any cheats. I'm not going to put it in low or... Actually, maybe I can keep it in 2. Wait, we'll do it the same thing. We'll just keep it in drive, foot on the floor, and just see what she does. And there's oh, you just cracked over 100,000 miles on this car. All right, after this truck. On our mark, get set, go. Oh, went right to red line. And mark.
10.
0 to 60 in 10 seconds. 10 and what?
Oh, well, actually, I hit stop like a second too late. So it...
Oh, okay.
Well, this says 11:22.
So it's 10:22. So this thing went 0 to 60 in 10 seconds.
Yeah. Let's call it, yeah.
It held it. The AODE held it right to red line. It didn't shift early.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly capable, and it's one of those things where, I mean, full disclosure, okay, so I went to visit my friend Kat in Richmond, and anyway...
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. I let my mom borrow the car because her car, the transmission was shot, so it was in the shop. So I'm like, I'm going to be out of town anyway, here, use my car. And anyway, I come back home, I'm like, okay, so Mom, like, where's my car?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, I'm just doing some errands with it. I'll be back soon. 7 hours later. You know, because she's in love with driving this thing. And yeah, I know, it's weird.
And your mom wasn't a car person?
No, not at all. She drives a 2001 Malibu. That bit about teachers in the Malibu was literally just me talking about my mom and her situation with, you know, administrative, whatever.
Right, it is what it is, yeah.
Yeah, but it's, you know, she's just, it's kind of, I tried to have her, like, sort of explain what she liked about it, but she couldn't really say much more other than that it was different. You know, that it's not the type of car that she's used to driving.
It's an automobile that's made to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
As opposed to an automobile that is there to serve a purpose. Because there are things about this car that are completely unpractical, like the back seats.
Yeah.
They're just there. They're there for to call this a call it a 4-passenger car when clearly it isn't.
Yeah.
What was the thing you were talking about, your nephew?
Yeah, my nephew barely fits back there, and he's 7. Well, by the time this comes out, he'll be 8. But he, as of this recording, he's just barely hit 4 feet. So he sits back there, and you know, it's like his knees are they're not up against the passenger seat, but they might as well be realistically, because there's not a whole lot of room back there. And this, like, if our tall, huge buddy Tim Strickler sat in here, you know, it'd be like Dino on the Flintstones, you know, just head popping out of the top. And it's just all these different things about it are in name only.
Right.
You know, you can't fit a grown-ass man back there. Like, you can't do it. It's maybe if it were, you know, if you pulled the seat all the way up, but even then, I don't think there's really much in the way of room.
Right. Okay, so we're getting into Pottsville now, so I'm going to be needing to think and move around because there's a whole lot of construction. So, Merry Christmas to everybody, and enjoy the Christmas special that's coming out Christmas morning.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.